Hello everybody, welcome to another Rise of Kingdoms video. This is Dragothian here, and wow, so a pretty active morning from Lilith and from Rise of Kingdoms staff. Just looking at some new commanders that just popped up on the social media pages, and I wanted to quickly go over what these are. I mean, I know that everybody knows most of these commanders, but well, at least one of them, but maybe explain what the other one is, and maybe we can talk a little bit in the comments below on kind of what we think they're going to be. I know that some of you don't really follow on social media some of the Rise of Kingdom stuff, so I always want to bring these things to the channel so that if you're a follower of my channel, you'll get those things as well without having to keep tabs exactly on what's going on the Facebook, the Instagram, all the stuff that those channels that Rise of Kingdoms puts their stuff out on. So let's quickly go over what these commanders, or who these commanders are, and also maybe just kind of give a little bit of background to each commander, and from an actual real life standpoint, and then also maybe discuss what they could be. I know that in real life, these two commanders are very particular about what their skill sets were, but I'm having a feeling that maybe their in-game persona might be a little different. So let's start with Alexander the Great. I think he's probably one of the most well-known commanders in the world in history. He is best known for basically having conquered the known world whenever he was in power. He was a Macedonian at first, and then he also was the son of Philip, who was one of the conquerors of the Macedonian peninsula where everybody was at, the Greek states, all that. When he was a boy, he ended up becoming the ruler through the death of his father, Philip. And a lot of people think that Philip was killed, but that being aside, Alexander became known as a very powerful and very astute military commander, and was able to kind of complete some of the things that his father only wished that he could do. So defeating the Persians was obviously one of the bigger ones that he did. He went all the way towards Constantinople in the east, and eventually ran into India in those areas over there, which is where he ended up stopping because he was not able to, with the army that he had for how long he had it, was not able to sustain his campaign, and then he ended up dying. So a little bit of backstory there, but from a real-life standpoint, Alexander the Great should be a cavalry commander. He has a famed horse that he rode on. He was one of the only people that was famed to have been able to break that horse. It was known as an unbreakable horse until he got a hold of it. So Bucephalus, I think, is what the name of the horse was. He should be a cavalry commander. We've got a ton of cavalry commanders already, and just looking at this picture, he's on his 2 feet and he's got a shield. So I don't know if they're going to transition him into an infantry commander because the Macedonians and the Greek states are known for having very solid infantry. I don't know if a civilization will be partnered up alongside of Alexander, or if this is just the prelude to that and it's just going to be the commander. From the posts on Facebook and Instagram, it seems like it's just the commander for right now. So let's not get too excited about a Greek civilization just yet, although I got a feeling it's probably going to be coming at some point. That being said, I think he's probably either going to be a cavalry or an infantry commander. If they're staying more true to real life, he would be a cavalry commander, but we have so many cavalry commanders already. I got a feeling they're going to transition him into infantry. I do not know any inside information on this. This is just my personal opinion. I don't know anything other than what I'm telling you and talking to you and my thoughts. So with that being said, I think he's probably also going to be a legendary commander. If you look at him, he's big, he's golden, he's got golden locks. I mean, he's got everything is golden about him. So I got to imagine one of the best military commanders in the history of the world, probably going to be a legendary commander, would be my guess. So let's go on to the next commander. And I've already had a lot of people ask me, how the crap do you pronounce this name? It's actually not too bad. So it's Ethel Fled. The AE is a eh sound. So it's Ethel Fled. And Ethel Fled it's kind of curious that they turned her into a military commander. She did do some military stuff, but mostly she was, in history, known for uniting the different kingdoms of England. So before there was an England, there was different kingdoms that were at war with each other alongside of, and if you've seen the Vikings show on whatever channel that comes on, it really goes deep into this alongside of also The Last Kingdom on Netflix. Not that I'm pitching for anything, but Ethel Fled actually has a really good part in it. So Ethel Fled was the daughter of Alfred, who was the first king of England. Alfred was the king of Mercia at the time. I'm sorry, king of Wessex at the time. And there was other kingdoms that were around in the English island that composed different kingdoms that eventually would turn into England. And Mercia was one of those. So he ended up marrying Ethelfled to the ruler of Mercia, and she ended up taking over Mercia, spoiler alert, at the end of that part of her life because her husband was a terrible ruler. So that being said, she did do some military campaigning, although it was very, very slight. Everything was ultimately funneled through Alfred and Wessex at this point in the kingdom. So that being said, I don't know if she's necessarily legendary material. I think she's probably going to be an epic, very similar to Boudica. She looks like, again, just based off the picture, she's going to be an archery commander. That's very easy to assume that, considering it's very prominently shown. Again, you can see her crown. She was a ruler in pre-England, and ultimately she was the daughter of the first king of England. So very influential and very powerful character in real life. And yeah, I think she's going to be an epic commander, would be my guess. It's another English commander, so that's pretty sweet. There's not a whole lot of English commanders. You've got Richard, you've got Boudica. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of many others. Yeah, I think that's about it. Not many other English commanders. So that's good to get some folks that are from the island and get some more commanders from that area. And again, good to get a first Greek commander as well. I know we've got a couple people asking for Leonidas and Xerxes and all the people that go into that very well-known battle of Thermopylae and all that good stuff. But it's good to get the ball rolling with Alexander the Great. Yeah, so I don't know when these are going to come out as far as a patch goes. I'd imagine within a week or so. They usually announce these things about a week or so in advance just to get people revved up and prepared. That being said, I also don't know when they're going to be or how they're going to be released. So is it going to be a wheel event? Are they going to be added to the gold chest loot table? Who knows? So I think maybe Ethel Fled might be added just because I think she's going to be an epic commander, but I don't know how Alexander the Great will be added into the game. We're still waiting on Constantine, and we're currently still fighting for Charlemagne. So I'm curious as to how these new commanders are going to be integrated into the game, maybe similar to Genghis Khan on a wheel event or something like that, or maybe there'll be a brand new event that we haven't even used yet that maybe we can get Alexander the Great from. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I wanted to make it fairly short and introduce the two new commanders that have popped up. There may be more. I may be jumping the gun a little bit here, but I wanted to put these out in front of you because some of you I know have not seen them because you don't follow them on Facebook or Instagram. So I would invite you to do that if you're not already doing that. And you'll get this information firsthand, and then we'll just be chatting about it. But please comment in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Let's see what y'all think. I think that both of these commanders are a great addition to the game. I think they have great historical value. And if you guys like hearing the history behind these guys, let me know, and I might do a history series on all the commanders in the game. I love history. That's a big reason why I started playing this game. I'm a huge fan of history and battles and military tactics, and a lot of that is to my advantage in the game as far as coordinating and strategy and things like that. But I also really enjoy the backstory behind these commanders. That's what kind of got me linked into the game in the first place. So if you guys are interested and you want me to start doing that for the other commanders, let me know. I would really enjoy to do that for you. But if you don't want to hear about me blabbing about their real life whenever they were actually alive, then I won't do it. So you let me know what you want to see, and I'm happy to bring it to you. That being said, I will have another video coming out today. I've got another Mastery Series guide coming out today, and it will be Richard. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see y'all next time. Cheers, have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll see y'all later.